Today, we're making steak au pois, a fancy-sounding French dish that's surprisingly easy to make. It's a deliciously juicy steak coated in a creamy peppercorn sauce. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Today, our celebration is all about steak. We're making steak au pois. Now this is a French dish. Traditionally it's made with a filet mignon and has a crust of crushed peppercorns. But really you can use any type of a good type of steak that you like. Today I'm going to use boneless New York strip steaks. I have a large skillet here and I'm going to turn the heat up to about medium high. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Nice neutral oil with a high smoking point. Now let's talk about steaks. Here are my steaks. These are beautiful boneless New York strip steaks. Now what I did was about 45 minutes ago I took them out of the fridge, I patted them dry, gave them a good seasoning with salt and extra black pepper, and then I just let them sit so that all soaks in. That's ready. Let's give this a little swirl, get it covered. There we go. So we're going to cook these steaks on the first side for about 3 minutes. Then we're going to put them in and don't touch them. Don't play with them. Don't move them. Let them sit. That will give you the crust that you want. All right, it's been 3 minutes. Let's give these a flip. Beautiful. That's exactly what you want. Now I did stand them up and brown the fat cap a little bit. So that's something you want to think about if your steaks have that fat cap. Turn the heat down a bit. Now while these cook, we're going to start adding flavor. I'm going to start with some garlic. I have 2 cloves that I just crushed with my knife. Pour them right in. To that, we're going to add some thyme, fresh thyme, about 3 sprigs or so. Woo! And a tablespoon of butter. We're going to start basting this with this garlicky thyme butter. I'm going to start checking the temperature on these in between bastings. We're only going to take another 2 or 3 minutes, but I want to reach a temperature that's near 120 Fahrenheit, which is 48 degrees Celsius. Almost there. Let's keep basting. All right, I'm going to cut the heat for a minute. These are ready. I'm going to pull these off to a nice clean plate and we're going to let them rest while we build our sauce. We're going to try and give them a good 10 minutes to rest. What is that going to do? Carryover cooking is going to bring that temperature up to 125 to 130 for a perfect medium rare. All right, I'm going to fish out this garlic and this thyme. It's done its job. We don't want it to get burned and bitter. I'm going to turn this back on to a low heat, maybe medium low. I'm going to add to my pan 2 more tablespoons of butter. All right. To that, I have a shallot. I have 1 large shallot that I just minced up. Shallot is a cross between an onion and a garlic. It's all in the same family, but it's stronger than a regular onion. And they're perfect for sauces like this, or great in vinaigrettes, things like that. Now I'm going to add even more garlic next. I have 2 more cloves of garlic that I've just sliced. I'm going to put this in. Now I said that steak au pois has peppercorns in it. That's the next flavor. I have a tablespoon of very coarsely crushed black peppercorns. This is not what you grind yourself or ground pepper. These were whole peppercorns. I put them in a zip top bag and I hit them with a meat mallet. You could use a heavy saucepan just to break them down. Not all the way, but they're still pretty coarse. I'm gonna give this a stir. We're gonna let this cook until the shallots and the garlic are soft. All right, just that fast, everything's softening up beautifully. I'm gonna cut the heat again. We're gonna add more flavors, this time in the form of cognac. I have 3 ounces or 90 mils of cognac. Now you could use a brandy or you could use a dry sherry. I cut the heat because it's very flammable and I don't want to risk it flaming up right in my face. I'm gonna pour this in. Give it a stir. Now, you can put the heat back on low. All right, I've got my heat back on low. We're just gonna cook this, stirring frequently until most of the cognac is almost evaporated away. All right, it's just been a couple of minutes. This is reduced down. The cognac has evaporated off. You can just smell it. It's wonderful. One more ingredient. That is heavy cream. I have here 4 ounces, 120 mils of heavy cream. And pour this right in. Stir it in. I'm going to turn the heat up just a tiny bit. I want to bring this up to a boil and then we'll cut the heat and we're going to let it just simmer until it coats the back of a spoon. And that's just going to take a couple of minutes. All right, this looks pretty good to me. It's coating the back of the spoon, so when you drag your spoon through it and you get it on the back, you can drag your finger through and it leaves a trail. That's what you're looking for. So let's give it a little quick taste for seasoning. This is when you want to adjust. Spot on. If it needed more salt, needed pepper, this is where you would add it. But this is just right. All right, I'm gonna cut the heat. My steaks are rested. Next up is the tasting. Here we are, our steaks are done and rested. I just slice them across the grain. Look how perfectly they're cooked. This is the right medium rare that we like it. You could go a little farther into medium or maybe medium well, but why? This is perfect. Now our sauce is ready. Super simple. We're just going to spoon it over the top, just like this. And this is one of those cases where you can be a little messy and it's perfectly fine. Look at that. And now, of course, because I can't leave things alone, just a little sprinkle of freshly chopped parsley, just for a little color. Not too much, just a little brightness. So here we go. I'm gonna taste this little piece right on the end that's covered in sauce and no one will know. Oh yeah, that steak, it's tender, juicy. The sauce is complex. It's creamy. It's tangy. You get the hit from the black pepper, like in the back of your palate. Just tickles you in the back of your mouth. Wow. Need to wash it down. That's nice too. All right, as always, if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, and you'll get a new episode every single week. Now, I'm going to go devour this, and while I do that, I want you to watch some of these episodes over here. So until next time, everyone, cheers.